Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center in Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving Northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. Misty of Sweet Misty Sweets in Luzerne is waiting for you with delicious banana splits and other ice cream goodies and fresh coffee, donuts, pastries, humongous, and Dunkin' cookies. All sizes of cakes. Planning a wedding? Call Misty. Creating smiles daily and for a lifetime. Sweet Misty Sweets, north of the light in Luzerne. On this week's Michigan Magazine, hold on, we're going to 7 different unique Michigan locations. We're heading to Haslett to visit with the Organization for Bat Conservation. We'll get up close and personal with bats of Michigan and look into the eyes of an actual vampire bat. We're also heading to Leslie, Michigan and Lawson's Family Bakery. Owner Mom Vicki Lawson is going to show us how to make Bible bread, actually mentioned in the Bible, where God came up with the recipe and gave it to Ezekiel. Today, we'll give it to you. In our Did You Know department, did you know Michigan is the home of one of the largest suppliers of amateur rocket supplies? We'll visit Public Missiles of Jeddah, Michigan near Mount Clemens and start the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Also on the show today, we head to Ida, Michigan, getting into the spirit of Christmas at what's become a family tradition for many, the Mathis Evergreen Farm. Then we're heading to Adrian to tour the historic Croswell Opera House. But first in the show, we learn more about the man behind Coopersville Old West Town, Spike Cooper, as we take a look at his home and what inspired his ambitious project to create an Old West Town in the northern Michigan wilderness. Then we're heading to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland to visit with an artist, Curtis Poziniak, designer and creator of wonderful handcrafted Christmas ornaments. Hold on tight, we've lots to do and places to go on this week's Michigan Magazine. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare. What began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more. Plus a full menu at the new adjacent Traffic Stop Diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Introducing the Weed Gator. For safe and easy aquatic weed removal, the Weed Gator is the #1 alternative to harsh chemicals for getting rid of pond and lake weeds. Safe and effective. See it in action now at weedgator.net. Made in the USA. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. What makes a person collect things? Passion for the thing and its history. What makes a person just start building something out of nothing except what he has seen in his mind's eye? Again, passion, a love of the journey. That pretty much sums up the passion displayed by the founder and builder of Coopersville Old West Town that rests serenely along a county road in Oscoda County, Michigan. Spike Cooper, a retired auto worker executive, found that a creative passion was stirring inside him to recreate the Old West as he remembered it as a child and share with the kids of today. So he partnered with his neighbor Stan, and away they went. That was nearly 2 years ago. Michigan Magazine has been bringing you the story of Spike and Stan's endeavors and feel very much a part of this passion. Spike and Stan even let us adopt one of the buildings as the official Michigan Magazine RFD-TV news office. Thousands have visited and the families and crowds continue to come. And Spike and Stan continue to build. On occasion, as you can see here, groups make a pilgrimage to the backwoods town. And if Spike's in the mood, he'll share more of his life with you with a personal tour of his actual home just a stone's throw from downtown Coopersville. Just as he did with a group of antique car buffs that stopped by, the Rods and Relics of West Branch. As you can see, Spike's Old West memorabilia and antique collecting passion surrounds his entire being and loves to share it with everyone. We thank Spike and Stan for sharing the journey with us. Oh, by the way, you and your family are invited to stop by Coopersville anytime. There's no admission charge, and any donations that might be left end up at local charities to feed the hungry and help the needy. We'll keep you all in the loop of what's being planned and accomplished at Coopersville Old West Town. So stay tuned, or you can check in at Coopersville Old West Town on Facebook. See you on the back roads. From the hands of a concert pianist comes more than music from the keyboard. Curtis Posiniak, concert pianist of Bloomfield Hills, gives testimony to the fact that creativity at times cannot be contained to simply one interest or outlet. Curtis discovered and nurtured a new seed of interest planted years ago. That would bear the fruit of creative Christmas ornament design, beautiful renditions of the holiday and beyond. We first met with Curtis at his shop located just off of the lobby in the beautiful Ritz-Carlton in Dearborn about 5 years ago. We met up again in 2013 at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, one of the artist's major retail outlets. We needed to know what Curtis was up to. We know he's a man with never-ending ideas of creativity and that he was constantly adding to his ornament line called Classics by Curtis. When we sat down with Curtis in front of his display at Bronner's, we were delighted at what we saw. How did you know that you would be doing this? I mean, when did you finally realize that this is something that you wanted to do? When did this...
The ornament business?
The ornament business, yeah.
Well, actually, as I said, I had a music festival,
Right.
which was the Michigan Bach Festival at the time, and I met an ornament designer, and two friends of mine said, Curtis, being in music, you should do ornaments of musical themes. So it was that kind of kicked off that idea, and I learned a lot now, having been to Poland 17 times already, and understand this whole process now, and so it's become very creative for me as well, and I love what I do now, and now I truly understand this industry, and so the more I understand it, the more creative I've gotten, and it's becoming to be a real fun thing to do.
Now, you've got some fairly unusual ornaments here, I see. You've got
Yes, we do.
eggs, fried eggs, and what is that, toast and sausage? Or
Poached
eggs?
or sunny side up eggs with toast and sausage and a little bit of cucumber there and some tomatoes and bacon.
Oh, it makes me hungry here. So this, what brought these ideas on?
Well, I do a lot with restaurants.
Oh,
And I
okay,
have
okay.
Several customers who are in the restaurant business, and companies that I've been working with to do different types of packaging, and so it gave me an idea, and it's something entirely different from a Santa, from a snowman, and you have people that are crazy about bacon. Well, what a great gift to give someone who loves bacon.
Yes.
Or someone who goes to a restaurant pretty routinely, and this is their standard breakfast that they have.
Really nice.
And the old-fashioned TV dinner. I mean, we all love the TV dinners.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful? And that's classic.
And this is something great. I mean, some people have a niche for making deviled eggs. And to go to a party and give the host or the hostess an ornament that's something that is their favorite thing to do. It's a novelty.
Yes. And of course, the bees.
The honeybees, yes.
This is neat.
People that are very fascinated with honeybees and collect different types of honeybees. What a great gift to give.
Yeah.
Basically a lot of custom work.
Custom work, okay. But you've always got the old classics. I mean, something that people would expect to see on trees.
The Santa, and this was something that we added, the fur, which really attracted a lot of people to that. They actually loved that because of the fur, and it was something different from having glitter on it.
Beautiful. Now, this is a display that is at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. Now, how did you two happen to hook up? I mean, this is just a natural.
Well, let's see. I've been displaying here at Bronner's since 1996.
Okay.
I remember the first lady who was the buyer. Her name was Doris Rita. And I had just recently started the business, and I was doing the composer ornaments, Bach, Mozart, and Chopin and Brahms. And I called her here at Bronner's, and I said to her, I would like to bring my ornaments in to see what you think of them. So I brought them all in, and I remember her words to me. She said, you are from Michigan, and I want to help you. And so Bronner's carried all my composer ornaments, and I was elated to be into Bronner's, and then I immediately went home and told everyone that my ornaments are at Bronner's. Over the years, the business has changed. I did a lot with, as I said, with the composers, because I was a concert pianist, and I had a lot of contacts with musicians, and so I got the ornaments of the musicians into several gift shops that were music-themed gift shops, But then as the business started to grow and I began meeting different people and different customers, they wanted to know if I did other things. And then I started doing more custom pieces, more tailored to whatever they had asked, and then doing the line of Santas and snowmen, which attracted a bigger clientele. And so today I have an array of probably about close to 700 different type of ornaments.
Oh my goodness. I knew you do get into the religious realm.
I do a lot of religious ornaments, and we still have another shipment that's coming to Bronner's, which is in transit from overseas here, and it's the new ornament of Pope Francis.
Oh my goodness.
And it's actually a very, very beautiful ornament. We had Blessed John Paul, and he did extremely well. And so I believe the ornaments of Pope Francis will be coming in, and Bronner's will be carrying them.
Very nice, very nice. So what's the future of Classics by Curtis? I know you've got a very nice website going on. People can visit that. But, you're at the Grand Hotel, you're at Bronner's, but I would suggest that everybody just kind of stop by your website.
It's a website to kind of give you a thumb-length scale of the different types of ornaments that that we do produce.
As we mentioned before, an artist never stops diversifying and experimenting. And with the case of Curtis, he's also designing a line of Michigan-themed magnets. We were delighted visiting with Curtis and thanked him for his presentation to Michigan Magazine of his latest Michigan-themed ornament, the Grand Hotel of Mackinac Island, one of our favorites. Classics by Curtis, spreading the uniqueness of Michigan and beyond, one ornament at a time. Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Something Special's cooking hot and delicious. Indulge yourself at Morning at Maggie's in Bay City. Omelets, frittatas, hotcakes, and more. Make every day special with a stop at Morning at Maggie's for breakfast or lunch on Saginaw in Bay City. Experience the beauty, artistry, and taste of Northern Michigan. Come to Amish Country Natural Products on Mount Tom Road, north of Mile, just off M33. From arts and crafts to fresh foods and vegetables, all natural, all local, all good. Stop by and get acquainted with Amish Country Natural Products, 1454 North Mount Tom Road, Mile. Your northern experience is never complete without a stop at the historic Ma Dieters of Luzerne. Enjoy the ambiance inside or outside on the huge patio area. Order from the complete menu with entrees served hot, fresh, and good. Come experience Ma Dieters in the heart of God's country, Luzerne, Michigan.
Nowhere were we greeted with more hospitality than at Lawson's Bakery in downtown Leslie. Here the Lawsons shared with us their family recipes handed down for generations. And Mom, Vicki Lawson, took special time to introduce us to a special recipe found in the Bible.
My main recipe is Ezekiel. In Ezekiel, you'll find my recipe in the Bible under Ezekiel 4:9. And that's what Ezekiel looks like. And so,
does it give it, excuse me, but does it give it a descriptive recipe type?
Yeah,
thing?
God told Ezekiel, I won't tell you the whole story because I want everybody to read the Bible under 4:9 because it's quite an interesting story. So God told Ezekiel what he wanted him to eat. So Ezekiel did the flax. It says right out flaxseed. He tells him the millet. Then he tells him to sprout the lentils. Now lentils is from the bean family. But so I sprout the lentils. I do what God told Ezekiel to do. And then here's your flax.
All this is grown right here in Leslie?
Yeah. Leslie is a wonderful town. You use honey in it. God told him to use honey. Now that's what our honey looks like. And then the other thing that God told him was to use beans. And so there's your beans. You got to cook up a bean, though, because to make it soft. It's like you have to sprout the lentils when you make this bread. And then the other beans is our good old navy beans.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes some cornbread with that. And so that's what I use. I make a mixture of this, and this makes this the bread.
And a taste of Ezekiel bread we found was truly wonderful, undoubtedly heaven sent, as was all the goodies at Lawson's of Leslie. In our travels this past year on Michigan Magazine, we found out that Michigan was reaching for the heavens in more ways than one, as we visited one of the largest producers of high-powered amateur rocketry supplies at a business called Public Missiles, based in Mount Clemens, Michigan.
You ship them all over the world, don't you?
All over the world. Behind your cameraman there is an order going to Switzerland.
Yeah.
England is doing more and with rockets. Australia, they can do rockets. We send some kits to Australia. Just recently this year, the British government had us build 7 full-size Harpoon missiles, and they were doing a documentary on the British Navy. Mm-hmm. So instead of firing the $1 million missiles, they got replicas, full-size replicas, and they had the Aerotech motor company in Nevada supply them with some big motors. Mm-hmm. And the ship captain told the film crew couldn't tell the difference between the replicas and the real thing when they fire the real ones for training. Mm-hmm. So they were pretty authentic. Also, we've supplied Paramount Studios Star Trek Generations movie with 3 rockets, Young Indiana Jones TV series, and then we did some work for Kings Island down in Cincinnati.
Jerry Kolb and Frank Urota, founders of the company, are true inspiration to other Michiganians who are tempted to reach for the stars.
Christmas has come and gone, but the spirit lives on throughout the year at a very special place we discovered in southern Michigan near the Ohio state line, called Mathis Evergreen Farm, a cut-your-own Christmas tree farm that delights visiting families from 3 states and Canada, all 4 seasons of the year.
All of this has kind of come about just because people wanted it and needed it, you know. We have 5 kids of our own, they're all grown, but we realize the importance of doing things as a family, and today's families are so hurried and so busy that, you know, that it's kind of hard to find something for all of them to do at a reasonable price. And out here you can come and spend the whole day and not spend a dime. We hope you will, of course, but you don't have to, because the petting zoo is free. They can look at all this other stuff. They can come in and watch the entertainment. They can go into the craft areas and can do all of that, and it's just a fun time for the whole family.
A fun time for the whole family is also being seen at the historic Croswell Opera House in downtown Adrian, as we discovered this National Historic Treasure is being enjoyed by the entire community, ensuring its place as a protected piece of history to be enjoyed for generations to come.
One of the things that we talked about just between ourselves and between productions was that the Croswells become not a luxury to our community. Mm-hmm. It's become a necessity. It's something that's expected, so more and more people are willing to give and to be part of it, because it's not something that they think, oh, that's something that we've got, oh well. It's something that they feel they need, both from the community, from the productions that are done here. It's a part of the fabric of Adrian and Lenawee County. And the thing that's really been neat about being here is that, we work with professionals as well as the community. I mean, it has a different feel to it. It's not just community theater. We get to a lot of equity performers, people who have gone on to tremendous things. The other thing I think that's really unique about the Croswell is it allows families sometimes to get the bug.
From getting the bug, whether it be acting or history and heritage, you'll find it at the state's oldest opera house in Adrian. Getting the bug to creatures of the night that rely on bugs, we head to the community of Haslett, where we discover the world headquarters of the Organization for Bat Conservation. Here we encountered bats native to the state of Michigan and bats not so native, such as the South American fruit bat and the notorious vampire bat.
Well, we were founded in 1990, and we were founded to help protect bats and their habitats. And as you know, a lot of people are really afraid of bats. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is we do outreach programs with bats that have come from zoos or are permanently injured, and we'll go into schools, libraries, nature centers, and we'll teach people about the benefits of bats.
Oh my goodness, there is a benefit to bats. That's a big misconception from all the old 40s and 50s movies of Dracula and things of that sort, but when someone says you have bats in your belfry or your little batty, it's not such a bad thing to say to them, is it? I mean,
no, not really.
With organizations like the Bat Conservancy in existence, the youngsters and seniors of today have so many great opportunities to explore, learn, share, and become a part of Pure Michigan. Shopping for that special person just got easier when you shop at Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of the Rose City city limits. You'll find gifts for everyone on your list from 1 to 100. Shop online or in person at Rose City Drug, Rose City. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. Well, thanks for joining us off the beaten path today. It's now time to win. We have pairs of tickets to the 2015 Michigan Renaissance Festival to give away to some lucky viewers. The festival runs from August 22nd through October 2nd in Holly, Michigan. All you have to do to enter each week's drawing is send your name, address, and phone number with the words, "I want those tickets," to the following email or snail mail address. We'll announce each week's winner on air, so keep watching and good luck. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the back roads or on the next edition of Michigan Magazine. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Hingeman Acres, Canoe Livery and Resort on M33 just north of Mayo, catering to the outdoor enthusiasts. Cabins, canoes, kayaks, rafts, and more. Daytime or overnight trips along the world-famous Asabo River. A family getaway for over 75 years.